I know. It's late. It's early. It's like 3 in the morning early. I have a desire to show you guys this RP system. The more I show it off, the more I talk to guys, the more I talk to people like Legion of Myth and Biggest Geekus, and I tell them, like, you really should look at this system. This is a really good system. So we're gonna check this out. All right. Here we go. My name is Bruce, and I'm not really gonna focus on chat. If I get people in chat, hi. Not really, not really anything against you, but I'd rather us talk about this. Systems caught my attention. It's kind of sparking me off towards, like, I remember the old times when we used to play basic Dungeons and Dragons, and here's your pneumatic conventions here. Also, show you where you can get this because it's very important that you get it. You can buy it, download it from our friends over at Big Geek Emporium. Find the David Guile, filter that. Right here, Big Geek Emporium. Bruce, why do you like to talk about Big Geek Emporium so much? Well, they're regular Joes. Literally, one of them is a Joe. Secondly, they're not going to censor a game because it might have something. Oh no, it's got boob in it. Oh no, it talks about critical thinking. It talks about the advantages of meritocracy. Yeah. You can buy Dungeons and Delvers core rulebook PDF right here. All right, so back to this. Wonder. I know. Going about this back asswards. Classes. Chapter 3 Classes. All right, nobody's in yet. Good. It's after 3 o'clock. You should all be in bed. You should all be in bed. And they recommend a game between 3 and 5 players. A lot of their artwork supports that. Your class is a profession that represents a culmination of training and experience or both over the years. Everything's a fairly generalized archetype like warrior or wizard, but depending on the class feature, talent choices, fighters are skilled with all weapons, but depending on your choices, you can be better with a sword or a deadly archer. Wizard focuses on destructive magic, but relies on more subtle enchantments or illusions, or a mix of all three. Your class and probably should influence your character's appearance and personality. Barbarians bear the scars of many conflicts. Clerics probably display the symbols of their god. That sort of thing. Classes are Barbarian, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Monk, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock. A spellcaster that has been granted magic by an entity in exchange for loyalty and service. Well, I want to see the big stuff. We're going to go there first. Wizard. They're spellcasters that have learned words and symbols which allow them to reshape reality in accordance to their whims. Although they can perform more varied feats of magic than other spellcasters, their magic is unpredictable and dangerous, taxing both body and mind. If they are not careful, they can render themselves unconscious or even die. They rely on intelligence. At the very least, it affects your total pool of willpower, the attack and damage rolls of your spells, as well as the saving throw DCs. There's various wizard talents that allow you to use intelligence for other stats and abilities. Dexterity makes it easier to avoid harm. Constitution grants additional wound points. Can only keep you alive longer, but can also be used to fuel your magic in an emergency. Ooh, you can actually sack your con to power your mana pool. Wizard talents are 7 categories or schools. You should focus on those that suit your playstyle and preferences. Abjuration is a warding, and it wards you and others from harm. It also uses to dispel magic. You can break curses with it. Coupled with conjuration, it's necessary for most of all spells. Conjuration summons creatures and objects and makes teleportation possible. It's necessary for its offensive magic that utilizes acid and cold. If you're intending to summon creatures, it's recommended you determine which you want to summon in advance, as well as what levels you're likely to set them at, so you have their stats already prepared. Divination enhances your senses, lets you learn information more quickly and reliably, predict future events. Use it to see great distances. Enchantments, charming and controlling others. This is really basic material, but it's good because I'd rather have a game that reflects the basic needs. Hey, Fizzoso, how you doing? Parrot Head. No, Fizzoso, this is a game from David Guile, and he has it available on biggeek.com. I've been reviewing it for the past few sessions, I'll get a playlist together here this week. I need to go through the videos and put them in playlists again. Evocation, most inherently destructive school. You can unleash gouts of fire, bolts of lightning. Illusions, you confound senses with false images and sounds, so some are capable of harm. You need that to be able to turn invisible. Necromancy, lets you deal with the dead. Get 1 vitality point per level. Get wound points, 3 plus con, 2 plus, 2 plus con, 2 plus con, 2 plus con, 2 plus. Okay. And it looks like your willpower goes up a little bit every level. Magic focus, starting talents, bonus talents, bonus talent, magic focus. Get a bonus talent every 2nd, 4th, 7th, 9th, 12th, 14th. Okay. Get a spell book with 100 pages, magic foci for that basic melee weapon, and 4 dice, 6 silvers. You get a Dungeoneer's pack, or Explorer's pack. You get wands, orb, or staff. Get a +1 to the attack and damage roll and saving throw your spells. It increases it by a +1 at 5, 10, 15, and 20. Spellbook is your accumulated knowledge you've uncovered. It'll have at least complete information on whatever spell talents you start out with. Copy your spells and other spellbooks at any time. Using spells maximum drain or twice the sustain amount to determine the number of hours required to do so. Spell the drain cost of D4 will take 4 hours. If it has a sustain cost of 4, it requires 8. They do this to have backups or when trading for other spells when needs dire. Their knowledge is precious. They will not frivolously sell or give them away. They have, spells. Starting talents, get 4 wizard talents. You get willpower, 4 willpower, modified by intelligence. Get a point of willpower per wizard level. All of it during a long rest. 5th and 10th, get following benefits. Only takes half as long to learn a new spell from a single school. And your ability, your skill check is assisted. You retain magic foci, bringing when casting spells from a given school, even if you don't have one available. Saving throws are increased by 1 for 1 school at 15th and 20th. Drain from single school is reduced to a minimum of 1. You can apply the effects of this mastery to a single skull twice, reducing the drain cost by 2 to a minimum of 1. Not bad. So you have school combinations there. You have to be able to have a hand free, have to be able to speak. You have to make an Arcana check. DC depends on how hard it would be for you to gesture and speak. Otherwise, it fails. No drain is suffered, and so no willpower is spent, but any action is wasted. Parrot Head, I hope you're doing well, bud. Okay, drain spells willpower, possibly vitality and wound costs. All should be chosen and die collected and rolled before casting the spell. You cannot add drain costs after the spell and after you're safe. It has to be done at the time. Anything with a sustained cost requires a constant investment of magical energy to maintain this. It effectively reduces your maximum willpower. You cannot use vitality points or wound points to sustain magic, only willpower. Kind of digging all this. Unless original activity is specified, how everything's performed is up to you, subject to DM approval. You might draw a circle on the ground, inscribe symbols on yourself or other objects, chant or sing, or surround yourself with lit candles, burning incense, play music from the police, synchronicity, or the skulls of various creatures, stare into a bowl of water or wine, scatter metal or bone fragments about, whatever makes sense to you based on your character and the spell in question. Some spells give you a target saving throw to reduce or negate the effects. It's going to be 10 plus any other bonuses might have, like focus, class, feature. All this is basic stuff from 3.0, which is great. Rule Cyclopedia, some pneumastics from 3.0. I'm digging this. Holy cow. This is a lot. This is a lot. Nice. I'm just reading through all the spells. It's got a lot of the basic spells in here. Like this. A lot of these spells look like they are things I've seen or read before. Everything's set up to work under David's system for D&D for Dungeons and Delvers here. This is good. Huh. All right. This is a really well set up game. Okay, we're going to go back to page 25. Barbarians. Strength and Con are keen. The former is utilized to do damage and attacks. Latter increases your durability, but is in place with dexterity when determining your armor class. Okay. Interesting. So the healthier you are, the better your AC is. Okay. Here's your attack bonus when you get +1 at first level, +2 at fourth level, +3 at 8th, +4 at 13th, and +5 at 18th. Okay. You have a damage bonus with any weapon, +2 at third level, +3 at 7th, +4 at 12th, and +5 at 17th. You can exchange the damage bonus for a barbarian or fighter talent you qualify for. Okay. All right, this isn't bad. Make a furious attack. Rolls assisted. Hits. If the attack hits, you deal damage +1. At 5th, it goes +2. At 10th, it goes +3. At 20th, it goes +4. No bump at 15. After using that ability, attacks made against you are assisted. Apparently, that must mean 2d20. Okay. In the level where you get a barbarian talent, you have to put a talent limited to the barbarian class. Otherwise, you choose from a list of barbarian or fighter. You have multi-attack at 5th level. That's kind of cool. 6th level for a 3-0. Well, we're looking at this. I'm not going to be for much longer. I'm going to stay up for about another 5 or 10 minutes because this really looks like a very good game system. You can transform into creatures. Area assault requires swooping hawk. Distance you fly is doubled. In addition, you remain flying so long as you're able to make a melee attack against an airborne target before the end of the turn. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. Ignore pain when you use furious attack. Your DR increases by 1 until the start of the next turn. Invigorating Strike. It can only trigger after a furious attack. You gain temporary vitality equal to your furious damage attack bonus. If you have Rising in Fury, you gain that double amount. But you have to be able to attack the creature that attacked you. This is a pretty sweet game. Totem gets you +1 check, no sense, and track secret creatures by scent. Get +10 to speed while you're wearing light, reinforced, or no armor, not encumbered. Yeah. All right. So those are 2 classes that we looked at tonight. I didn't want to go at it too long. I want to do this in bite-sized amounts. I really do. Wizard and Barbarian are opposite ends of the spectrum. Barbarian, thank God it doesn't go the UA version to where it's like the Barbarian cannot have a friend who's a spellcaster. Fuck you. Played a Unearthed Arcana first edition Barbarian when I was really young, and they were using me to scout ahead, and they had me like 2 miles ahead of the party. I was just talking with a fighter, and so I had to go sit in another room. So I didn't know the rest of the party was behind me. I couldn't use out of character knowledge. So this is like 1991, 92. I'm sitting in a chair like this, and some guy come in and he'd tell me what's going on and how I was doing that. And there'd be another character there that I'd interact with because that was a fighter or scout. And eventually what happened was we made it to the dungeon, and I found out we had a cleric with us after going with these guys for like a week and a half. and I was barely first level. They were like fourth, and I was going to be their scout. I was not allowed to talk to 3 of their casters because I would probably kill them. According to how the DMG and Player's Handbook said, for barbarians, you didn't get along well with arcanists, and clerics were doubtful. So it really worked out poorly for me. But when we got in the dungeon, the DM had just read Dragon 127, I think, has got Tucker's kobolds in it. And so half the party got ambushed by Tucker's kobolds. And I was running around trying to get myself oriented because I got lost in the dungeon. Being a scout, I got lost. I wasn't chalking the hallways. And I got attacked. I made my way back to the party. I found out that the wizard in the party was a wizard. So I started killing him because he had said something that I didn't understand, and he was trying to cast a spell. I didn't realize it. I thought he was going to cast a spell, and so I just snapped his neck. And the rest of the party killed me, and then they died to the rest of the kobolds. So the fact that this uses barbarians that are able to survive in a world that it's organic to have magic in, I really like this. I'm just going to say that I really like this. This is, David, you did good. All right, Fizz. You and Parrothead have a good night. I'm going to get out of here. Lay down. Maybe it's time. Maybe I can sleep. But I want you guys to have a good night. If you have the chance to play a game, please play a game. And I'll see you soon.